Alright, let's talk about the laws of abortion. Just because my YouTube videos are out there and you don't look at them ain't my problem. Law requires you to actually look at them, in the sense of certain ones. Alright, so we're going to talk about abortion a little bit. Pretty much got about a certain amount of time. The videos went up before, they ignored them and shut them down. And whatnot. So when you start talking about abortion, you can get into a lot of different problems with it. One, I'll show you one building right there. That building right there is the building that's in more trouble than anyone. Every registered nurse, every doctor, everyone that ever walks through the door and signs a little sheet of paper and says, I want an abortion. If you do that, you will be in trouble. They lose the rights, they lose the amenities, they lose that of privileges to that law. In the crap, road's bumpy. In the event that they commit the act by actions of abortion. And now a lot of churches turned around and said they don't believe in abortion. They're staying far away from it, this, that, and the other thing. To turn around and find out later on videos that they actually support it. That's a huge problem. And when I say a huge problem, it's a problem in the fact that it don't matter if you're Donald Trump, it don't matter if you're Ronald Reagan, it don't matter if you're a king, you ain't getting away from it. Through to another guy that quit, and as far as I know, he went out in the desert to be by himself. That thought he could just simply roll it under the carpet, forget about it, do away with it, and he was proven that he couldn't. I'm not talking about myself. So every time you have a kid, regardless to certain things, certain laws and certain things govern the act of abortion. The wrong type of abortion to do is that of signing a paper and legally saying you want one. Now some say it's legally justified, some say it's not. There's no law that people or the population could write up that would help a person in the circumstance of allowing someone else to commit murder. So if you look at law in the event of allowing someone else or assisting someone else to commit murder, which is out there, it's down there in the Congressional Library on the shelf. So it hasn't been amended, it can't be amended. You gotta come to me, you can't go to anyone else. Trust me, you can't. I put Hillary Clinton right on what they call the death seat to see how far she would want to go with the fact of wanting to prove certain things about law. And I proved her wrong and she lost. Because someone said she had an abortion. As far as I know, without looking at the documents and whatnot, the answer is none of your business. But at the same time, as far as I know, the documents do not have it written down that I've looked for to see if she actually committed abortion. But anyway, getting back to abortion. So if you walk in and you sign a piece of paper and they cut the kid up and whatnot and remove it from you and whatnot, certain procedures are not covered, such as if your body does not willfully get rid of the kid. then they gotta look in farther as far as people who are legally allowed to investigate a human being. When I say a human being, a person in the population, which I won't call a human being anymore, a person in the population that their body's not you know, it's not kicking the kid out that's dead. It should. Should reject the fact of a kid being up there that's dead, unless you do the really dumbass thing, and the really dumbass thing is to actually stick something up there so it don't come out, so it attaches itself. That's when they gotta go up and create a few incisions with a knife, which they gotta go up there get the kid undone and whatnot through some cutting procedures. And what'll happen is you get a notice, or should get a notice, that you could possibly die during surgery, during the procedure. And if you did it on purpose, I'm not going to say that you deserve it, but in some senses you may have deserved it if you died. So it's a stupid thing to do. Anyway, getting back to it, going in and acting like a big shit and thinking it's the correct thing to do as far as a living child. It's not. As far as people murderers and killers having children, normally they don't last long. Kids. As far as interceding beyond certain limits, it doesn't happen. So you kind of gotta look at what you're doing and wondering if you're doing it the right way. As far as getting someone pissed off and trying to get them to say that it's okay when they don't want to say it's okay, that's illegal. It's better known as fraud. By language, you can actually be restricted from talking. A few people actually have been restricted from talking and ignore it. As far as legislation, no parliament can ever pass the legal law for an abortion. It's better for a female to die on the table than to try to have an abortion and try to fix herself, or have a C-section, as they refer to it. That's just better to die. C-sections are illegal now. An emergency procedure to get the child out is not legal. And the reason of it is an incision any more than a certain amount of 1 inch or that of a pinhole, give or take the procedure, you're not really allowed to cut into people. So I'll just say it that way. The legality of it is very, very hard if you try to go into the profession of a doctor, because the more you authorize certain things, the more you bury yourself. Okay. So I don't know.